Yo, welcome to my channel, guys. By the end of this video, you will understand all the things that I took away from a call that I had with one of my mentors who is extremely experienced in the space of personal branding as well as growing on YouTube. He's got millions and millions and millions of views that he's got from YouTube. He's also been one of the school games winners as well. And I invested in doing a call with him and joining his paid community. And I've just finished the call now, and I just wanted to be very fresh with my perspective on that call and how it went and just what is next for this page, right? I've only done one video and I've got my feedback on how that video was done and the ways that I can improve that first video. We are so early in this journey, and I want a video like this to be on my page because I want to look back in a year's time and just see what was the spark, what was the thing that made the massive difference in my journey, right? The first, and I'm doing this freestyle, by the way, there is no editing here. It's just basically what's there for me as soon as I've jumped off that call, right? The first thing that's there for me is that this is a long-term game. This is a long-term investment. What I've just paid now for him, the ROI that I'm going to get from this is going to be massive. And it might take a year for me to get my money back. It might take a month. It might take me a day to get that money back, right? But I'm seeing that. I pull it in. What I've done is I have like, if you think about the stock market, just think about, you need to think of this like this is the stock market, right? And you have all these creators or all these mentors, all these coaches, all these people that are ahead of you, right? And what they're doing is that they are delivering on a promise that you want to achieve, their desire. You want to achieve this desired result, and they're the ones that are going to help you to be in the mindset ready for that, right? So in this stock market that you're in, right, that you're looking at, and you're looking at, oh, okay, Apple. Like if you think about Apple, like, oh, Apple, yeah. Like if I invest in them, I know that they're on the right path of making more money every year from their business, because if you look at what they made last year, this seems quite doable, right? So yeah, I think I'm going to invest in Apple. Oh yeah, and YouTube, I think that is a good investment as well. Oh, and what else? And you're looking at all these assets. Assets could be, in terms of being a content creator, yeah? Assets that could be valuable for you is a coaching call, a one-on-one coaching call, which I just did now, with someone who is ahead of you and knows exactly how to do what you want to do. That's one investment that you could take. Another investment that could be, so this is more of a high risk, right? Because you're paying a lot more upfront, right? And you don't know, they might tell you some great things, but then you have to obviously take action on those things, right? You might not get your return on investment if you don't take actions, but that's one. Another one is a paid community. You go into a paid community where loads of people that are like-minded want the same results as you, and that person does a coaching call with all of you all together. It's not just focused on you, it's focused on all of you. And you can get benefit from each of the people that are part of your, obviously, that community, that are sharing their insights or where they're at in their journey. And you can learn from them as well as they ask questions you related to your journey. So that's another investment in yourself as well. But obviously the coaching is going to be a lot more expensive, right? Because the coaching is one-on-one with you and personal to you. That's obviously going to get you a higher return on investment if you implement the stuff that's been mentioned, right? And you have to put up a lot more upfront to be able to get that return on investment, right? So that 1,000 that you're paying, or 999 that you're paying for that 30 minutes or hour, that could turn into 30 grand, right? You never know, right? You might 30x it, right? And that's what you need to think about. What we typically do with someone that has ADHD, what we typically do is we pay for a lot of stuff where we're really good at spending, right? Like I've spent a lot of money on crap. Yeah, I realize now I spent a lot of money on crap, and I've not spent anything. The best money I've spent was this week with this coaching call. It's the best money I've spent. It might even be the year. I might even say the year, but like it's definitely the top 3 of the year. Because the first one was obviously being a part of a community for the school masterclass. I think that's the best investment I've done this year in myself, the best. And that was 125 a month. I've only been in there a couple months. Not even been in a couple months. I've been in there just over a month now, yeah? And that for me, the value that I'm getting from there, and the fact that I have a coaching call that I'm gonna get with the person who created that community that has 1,000 members in there, by the way, right? I'm going to have a coaching call with the person who actually created that community. He has 68,000 in his free community and he has 1,000 in his paid. I'm going to be on a call with him, soaking up what he could see is a way for me to move forward on my journey for 125 a month. And I was lucky that I got to a certain level in his community to be able to unlock that one-on-one, right? So for action, it was gonna cost me more than 1,000 for sure to get on a call with him, right? If I didn't do it this route. But what I did is I took a lot of action. I got myself to level 7 in his community and it unlocked a one-on-one with him. So now for 125, I've saved at least 90% of what I would have spent on him if I'd have done it the long route, right? And I've done it in less than a month because I've got to level 7. I got to the level that I needed to get to within a month, right? To get that call unlocked. So this is all an investment, guys. If you want to be a creator that's making money, this is all an investment. You don't know when you're going to get your return on investment yet, but you just need to understand that wherever you put your money, make sure you're putting it somewhere that you can trust that source. And I trust the source that I spoke to today. The person I spoke to today is credible. He's a credible source. He's getting results. And he's only 21. Guys, he's 20 years younger than me. He's making what I make. He makes what I make in a year in 1 month. And he's 20 years younger than me. Guys, I'm very transparent, yeah? And this is what you're going to get throughout the whole of my videos is transparency. I get 30K a year in my full-time job, yeah? Anything outside of that is very minimal. Like, it's not even worth talking about how much I make outside of that, right? But the stable income I have that comes in my account every month is 30K a year, right? I'm learning from people making more than that in a month, right? That is what I'm investing in. I'm not investing in people that are chatting shit and that want to talk about, yeah, this is like, and sell your promise. Yeah, you can make 1 million a year. Like, guys, I'm not listening to those fucking donnies that chat shit to just try and sell your product and sell your promise. And then when you go in there, they don't fulfill that promise. The person that I spoke to today fulfilled his fucking promise. He gave me what I needed right now, the source. And I'm recording this immediately after so you guys can get the energy and the feel of where I'm at right now, yeah? I'm pumped. I'm fucking amped, bro. I'm ready, yeah? And I'm not like, yeah, 1 week of this and now I'm going to go back to being square one. No, now, the momentum now is high. It's very high, guys, because now I understand and I can actually see the 30K a month. I can see it. It's just, I don't know when I'm going to get it. It depends on how much output I do to get there. The more I put now, the faster I'm going to get to that 30K. But the 30K is fucking there, mate. Like, it might take a year. It might take 6 months. It might take 2 years. It might take 10 years. But you know what? Whatever time it takes, I don't care because I know what I want to be doing leading up to it. And it sounds fun to me, right? It sounds really fun to me. So I'm ready. I'm ready. And I'm going to share everything that is helping me to manage my ADHD symptoms, that help me to take action every day, to pump people inside of my free community and provide ridiculous amount of value in there on how I'm managing these symptoms and actually taking action every day. That's the promise that happens inside of my community. Very crystal clear. You are someone with ADHD, not even someone, you're a creator with ADHD, or you want to be a creator and you have ADHD. And you want to every day be able to just take actions that are going to get you closer and closer and closer to that target amount that you want per month. That is my promise, that I'm going to make sure that you tackle all these fucking things that are stopping us, all these things that are blocking us, all these traits that are making us fucking stressed, depressed, anxious, procrastinate, all that stuff that is fucking getting in the way. It's time to say, fuck off. This is my perspective right now. Yeah. And that's what this is going to be all about. The documentation of that. Yeah. I'm going to keep it raw. You already know how much I'm making. Not making very much right now. If that's going to be something that's going to put you off right now, I don't care. Because when there's a point in my journey where I'm making 30K a month, right? Some people might come back to this video then, and I'm okay with that. There's gonna be some people that, yep, do you know what? I really trust that this guy's gonna do it, you know? Like, so I'm gonna be on board with him. Or there's gonna be people like, oh no, he's not getting results yet, so yeah, forget that. When he gets results, they're not coming. Like, up to you, man. When I'm getting results, whatever's free right now ain't gonna be free anymore, yeah? So it's good to come in now. Come in early before I'm getting these big ass results, right? But what I will say to you is that how my perspective is right now about having ADHD, I do not see it as a burden. Before I was diagnosed, I saw it as a burden, yeah? It was a burden. And I didn't know I had it. I just didn't know why I was procrastinating so much. I was on that hamster wheel constantly, over and over again of consume. All these videos about self-help, I binged the fuck out of those videos. Guess what happened? Didn't do fuck all. Did not do fuck all, but watch the videos, yeah? Now, I watch the videos, I'm taking notes. Oh, okay, yeah, you said this. I'm gonna implement this in my day. Like, okay, yeah. I'm actually looking at stuff I can implement in my fucking day, yeah? It's not about watching and not taking action. That is the worst. If I'm gonna tell you one thing here, and in fact, that's probably gonna be my thumbnail. It's probably gonna be my thumbnail that I think self-help, self-improvement videos actually ruined my life. I think that's what the video is gonna be. I think that's gonna be the grab the hook. Self-improvement videos fucked up my life. Because I was consuming, thinking that that was enough. It wasn't enough. Taking actions is all it's going to take for you to succeed. I need to take actions. The actions that I'm taking is that I'm watching videos, but I'm watching them differently. I used to watch them. Oh, that was a good video. Next day, tell me about that video. I won't be able to tell you anything, right? I won't be able to tell you much about that video. A week later, I've forgotten the whole fucking video. I've forgotten even watched it, right? And then another content creator. I was watching like 100 fucking content creators per week, all saying the same stuff, but they just had a different way of delivering it, right? And I was thinking to myself, how many content creators do I need to listen to just fucking take action? That was my question. I've listened to hundreds of them. Every day I come across a new creator that's going to tell me how to make money. Yeah, like, look, fuck this, man, right? Just choose one. I chose one. I spoke to him today. He fucking killed it. Honestly, that call is so valuable, man. In my free community, I think do you know what I'm going to do in my free community? Anyone that gets to a certain level in the community, I'm going to have them unlock all the calls that I do with my mentors. So I'm going to have mentorship. I don't know what I'm going to call this, but it's going to be a course that you can unlock once you get to a certain level in my free community that gets you to see what call I just had. Because this call is the thing that's changed everything for me. Whatever result you see from me from this day forward is all to do with that call that I just had. Like, you told me everything I need to know. Everything I need to know. Like, I know everything I need to know now to be successful. To get 30K a month, I know. But it doesn't matter when I get that 30K. It's there. It's there already. Like, the universe has just left it. And, oh, yeah, here it is. Just deposit it here. When you're ready to collect it, it's here. That's exactly what's going on right now, bro. The money is there. I can see it. I just ain't got it yet. Like, in terms of like, yeah, I'm going to deposit it now. I'm not depositing it yet. There's a bit more work that needs to take place to boost that stock. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you now, guys, I'm fucking amped. And this is why I know I have, when they tell me what ADHD type I have now, I've realized where it comes up in my life. And where it comes up in my life is that I have, see, look how I just got distracted there, right? So, one of I'll tell you the 3 things that were just like crystal clear for me. I'm going to end the video now, but the 3 things that were crystal clear for me that, yeah, do you know what? Definitely got ADHD, mate. Like, after I got diagnosed, because I got diagnosed, and I will do another video on the process of what I did through the stages of before I got diagnosed, when I got diagnosed, and obviously the aftermath of it, right? I'm going to do 3 videos, a 3-part series on that. I'm going to probably do it next week, to be fair. So just subscribe. Subscribe if you're interested in wanting to hear exactly what took place before and then when I got diagnosed, and the story of, like, obviously where we're at now, right? After I've been diagnosed. But what I would say to you is that there's 3 things that really stood out for me that I didn't realize were symptoms before, obviously, because I didn't know I had ADHD, right? But there are 3 things that were like, oh, yeah, that's definitely Very clear signs. If I knew this before, I would have definitely known I had it, right? Impulsivity. That's one. I was so impulsive. In fact, I still am. But I'm just using it better. And that's what I show in my community, is that I want to show you guys how I'm using being impulsive to my benefit, like to favor me, instead of it being like a thing that just like ruins and just kills my time, right? So being impulsive is what helps us. In fact, it's what helped me get to 120 members in my free community. Being impulsive is what helped me to get there. Being impulsive is what helped me to start posting YouTube videos. Being impulsive is what made me get to 40K followers on TikTok in 2 months. I think it was the middle of June that I started posting on there. It's now September, so I think it's coming up to 3 months now, I think. But we're gonna get probably to 50K in the next couple of weeks, I think, on that page, right? There's other accounts that I did that, but I'm talking about once I knew I had ADHD. These are very crystal clear results that have happened since. 120 members in my free community since I've been diagnosed, right? Is that the 40K on my TikTok. I think there's about 2,500 on my Instagram. I'm not even really posting like that. Like, I'm not really doing any much. Like, I'm not even going ham. Like, I'm not even doing anything much. Nothing too crazy on there. Like, if I had a proper system in place, like, yeah, just do my Instagram, be killing it right now. But I do have a system that's working for me, which I'll talk about more in another video. I think it's better for me to break these videos up, so that specifically to do with Instagram, I'll tell you what I'm doing there. Specifically around TikTok, I'll tell you what I'm doing there. And specifically around my school community, I'll tell you what to do there. And maybe have a playlist to do with all those things, right? That's how I want to break up these videos. But impulsivity was definitely one. I didn't even have that in my vocabulary. Impulsivity, I didn't even know what that wasn't there. I wasn't using that word, right? That's one. The other thing, time blindness. By far, you're gonna see a lot of videos from me about time blindness, because that is the key component that's fucking us up. Time blindness is by far the most detrimental factor in our journey. I'm gonna be real, yeah? If you can deal with time blindness better, the results you're gonna get in your life. Yeah, so I'm really gonna I'm gonna have a whole module on just time management stroke time blindness in my free community. I'm gonna break it fucking down, yeah, because we need to start managing our time better, and we need to start looking ahead and being able to do that. It's a challenge for us here, thinking ahead. Planning ahead's fucking like just the worst thing ever, right? If you have ADHD. But I'm gonna create systems that are gonna make it much more easy for that, right? That's my promise, right? And another thing, so I said impulsivity, time blindness. There's one more that is crystal clear for me, that I didn't realize before. Actually, there were a few, and probably there'll be another video I'm telling you about my diagnosis and all that stuff. It's probably going to be in there, a bit more stuff. But I'd say I didn't realize how, like, I'm very empathetic. I'm very empathetic. No, I'm going to tell you another one. But this is more like a stimulation thing, is that I used to do this. In fact, I still do it now. There's a friction that's happening. I'm so transparent in these videos, man. Fucking hell. Look, there's a chipped tooth here. It's a piece of my tooth that's a bit chipped here. And I use my nail to grind across it. And it feels so damn good. I've been doing it my whole life, and I didn't know why. It's in moments when I need stimulation. I need to calm my brain down. My brain's just so overreactive, like so. This is what I end up doing, right? I do this to try and calm myself down. It's like when I get anxious, when I'm starting to think about and I get overwhelmed, I just go immediately to here. If I have to sit down and wait for something for too long, I'm doing this. It's a stim. It's called a ADHD stim, right? I didn't know that that's what was connected to my ADHD before. There's so many others. I might even just do a video of like the key things that I realized. Like, but I'm just giving you guys a little taster of just what's going to happen on this channel. Like, this is going to be the theme. If you like the theme, yeah, what I've just mentioned in this, just subscribe, man. Guys, I'm just going to put it up here. Like, just subscribe to the channel. If it's something that you want to learn from, is how I'm dealing with and managing ADHD better. Because I'm getting results, man. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I am definitely getting results. But it's very early stages. But it's the perfect moment for someone to learn from me, because as soon as I start getting, you know, bigger results that I really like, oh, hold on, bloody hell, I was getting this much money already. Like I'm going to be telling people about this. Like, as soon as I know, I've got somewhere where I'm placing all my results and all the receipts is getting put there. So that when I create this masterclass course, yeah, everything that I've learned is going to all be in there. All my experiences attached inside of that place. And it's going to be somewhere where you can benefit from that massively. And the sooner I get to that stage where the results are just ridiculous, yeah, then I will share and I'll have it packaged in a course for you guys. But for now, it's just sharing you what I'm doing now to get there and the journey of that. And you could just follow along if you like. But I'm going to be on this for the long haul, man. Like, I don't know how many videos I'm going to do per week yet, because I don't want to burn myself out. Like, I feel like TikTok is always like making you feel like, yeah, do you know, 1 a day, like, yeah, 3 a day, like all this shit. Like, but like YouTube, I'm going to really just try and do like 1, 2 a week, might be even 3, just depending on how I feel, man. But I think because there's not going to be much editing involved, I think it's going to be easier for me to post on YouTube. And bearing in mind that I'm very, very clear. Yeah, I'm very, very clear on what things I want to talk about and how long it's going to take for me to talk about those things. Whereas on TikTok, you have to think, oh, do you know, no one's got attention span, got to do this in fucking 1 minute and all this shit. Like, I'm not doing the fucking 1 minute shit here, yeah? This is where I do the long ass shit, yeah? And this is where I'm going to focus on the long ass shit. The people that are searching for this specific thing, they're going to see my video there and they're either going to choose to click on it or they're going to choose someone else's, whoever's on the search results. It doesn't matter, right? One of us is going to get clicked on. But I want to make sure that whoever is exactly who I used to be before I found out about my ADHD, whoever that person is, I hope that they find my videos, man. Because I've got a story to fucking tell you. We're not very different at all. We're in the same boat, yeah? The only difference is that I'm focusing on the right things right now. And oh yeah, that's another thing. Focus. I need to end it on this. I used to think before we spoke about ADHD, right? Before speaking about, oh yeah, you might have ADHD and all this stuff, right? What ADHD used to come across to me once I kind of was like, oh, ADHD, I think it's about this, right? Like, if you just like to ask me that before I even knew, I'd have said hard to focus, right? But then again, I didn't really know. Like, there's only videos that will tell me stuff that, oh, okay, really? Like, but one of the things that was very clear for me is that we don't have an issue with how we focus. I used to think that is that I can't focus. Like, that's how I described it before, right? It's really hard for me to focus. It's not hard for me to focus. I'm going to do a video just on this, but it's not hard for me to focus. It's hard for me to focus on the thing I should be focusing on in that moment, depending on how tedious that task is or depending on what is at play with that thing that I'm focusing on, right? I might be focused on the bird that's outside this window right now, yeah? Instead of doing this video. It doesn't mean that I have a problem with focus. I have really good focus because I'm focusing so hard on the bird that I'm forgetting I'm doing a video, for example, right? But it's not a problem with focus. It's a problem with directing it. It's a problem with directing it to what I need to direct it on, right? So that's what's happening with me, is that I've realized that we're very good at hyper-focusing. We just need to be very good at navigating that focus, that hyper-focus. And that's what I'm all about right now. It's just, how am I going to navigate this hyper-focus? Because I used to navigate it doom scrolling. I used to navigate it consuming stuff that I didn't really need to consume. Oh, this thumbnail got me, you know, curious about what's this video is gonna be about. Let me just watch this video. I watched the video. It was a whole bunch of bullshit that I didn't need to watch right now. It was not anything to do with my life that's gonna benefit it. Why did you fucking watch the video? Do you know why? Because that's how you control the hyper focus. So I'm gonna be doing more videos about that, but this has got up to the 24-minute mark, yeah? And I could have made it less, but this is who I am right now. Call me long-term Mike, yeah? Long-form Mike. This is the long-form Mike version, yeah? And there's a short-form version and there's a long-form version. And I'm going to do the long-form version here on YouTube and on my TikTok lives. That is the key for me, yeah? I've realized now this is how I want to position myself. I'm going to end the video like this now, because guys, I'm just really amped, yeah? But this is my strategy, right, moving forward. Raw videos like this on YouTube and showing people the systems that I'm putting in place and tutorials on how to use them. So for example, the goal setting one, I'll put it here. Like, it's pretty long, and to be honest, I think I'm going to do another video just to make it a bit more, you know, spicy, right? Like, I just think it's a bit dry, right? And there's no hook. It's really just kind of like, it's not really enticing, right? But like, I think, you know, for a first video, it's not too bad, right? But just the way I could have navigated a bit better, I could have, you know, done a drawing and a graph and, you know, showed examples, you know, with a whiteboard. Could have done a bit more, yeah? So don't worry, in future I'll be doing that, right? But YouTube, very fucking raw videos like this. TikTok Live, me demoing, for example, the goal setting framework that I'm using. That'll be like just every day, just go on TikTok Live and just demo it. And then if people that want to download that, they can download it, or they can find out where to get it, which is going to be in my free community, right? Then, what else? And then Instagram wise, I'm just going to pump out a lot of content there and have the keywords using ManyChat, which has been driving a lot of traffic to my community, right? I'd say that the conversion is, I don't know, maybe 20% for the conversion of people commenting the keyword in my post on Instagram, getting that sent to them through the DMs, and then them taking the action to actually go to my landing and my school community, and then obviously taking action to come in, right? I think maybe 20%. I've not checked out the conversion rate yet, but I'm going to check it out and see what more output that I'm going to have to do to better achieve my metrics that I want to achieve. So I want to try and get to about, I would like to get to 250 members by the end of September, but of course it just depends on how much output I do to get there. And my main focus now is just getting people in this free community. Like, I'm not focused on anything else. I don't care about selling my digital product anymore. But one of the key things I got from my coach was that is just to forget about all this Gumroad shit. Like, you know, people get it, great, but if they don't, who cares, right? Don't make this extra long. Like, just put it all in the fucking free community. Everything in there, throw it in there. And then once you have very clear, concise things that are helping you to manage ADHD, which is what you're doing that's working, you share as much as possible about that. And then of course, I need to have calls with every single person in my community just to get an understanding of what they want to, like why they're there, first of all, and what they want to accomplish. So I can get a really good idea of what problems that people are telling me typically that they want solving, right? And obviously there's gonna be a pattern that helps me to produce even more content that is gonna be catered to them. And then of course I can create a place where they can get those results faster. They choose to do that or they don't, right? I chose to do the route of paying someone to do that coaching call today, and I was in their free community. There's loads of people that would just do their free stuff, that do the stuff that he's putting for free, and just that'll be enough for them, right? I was one of the people that's like, fuck all this. Like, I like the free stuff, but I want to sit down and talk to you, mate. Like, and the biggest thing I got from the call today is that shaved months of working out. Is this going to work out? He got to go specific on what I should be focused on right now. And I'm going to fucking do that. Yeah. To the point now, I've got my second video done already for YouTube. And it's just a very simple, just brain dump of what happened on that call, what worked very well on that call, a little bit of other stuff in there as well. But it doesn't matter where this video goes. Like it's going to be something I'm going to go back to in a year's time and just be proud of that. This is where it started, right? So, yeah, 30-minute mark of this video. Thank you guys for listening and watching. Feel free, the link in my bio takes you to my free community where I throw everything in there. That's what I'm going to be spending most of my time is in there. Throwing all the book summaries in there. There's going to be like basically just a quick way for you to read the book. That's going to be super valuable to, you know, managing ADHD. All these experts that are talking about ADHD, all the stuff that I'm learning from them, I put it straight in the community. Everything that's helped me to manage ADHD and take action as a creator is going to be in there. It's really just as simple as that. If you want more concise, quick results that are actually going to make you money and all that stuff, yeah, there's going to be, you know, a coaching program that you can be a part of. There's going to be a paid community you can be a part of, but I don't care about all that right now. All I care about now, yeah, is that I provide for the free community. Full stop. What's working for me, put it in there. What's working for me, put it in there. And keep doing that until I have 1,000 members in there. Because that's my metric I want to reach by the end of the year. It's 1,000 members in that community. Yeah? Then there's going to be lots of bonuses in there that people can unlock. Lots of courses that are going to make a difference to your journey. Make sure that shit's there ready. Yeah? Then I've got this massive template that I'm going to create. But I need to create it. I'm going to create that template. But what I've realized is that I think it's more important for me to, before that template is released, do more of the free stuff. Create more content. Drive people, get their feedback, understand what their pain points are. What things can we help each other out with? Like, all this stuff. This stuff is so important to me right now. So my school community, posting on YouTube, being active on TikTok, using posts and content to drive traffic to my community, using a keyword in Instagram. That's all I'm doing right now. I'm not doing anything else, right? So we're going to see what happens, me just doing this. And obviously I'll be giving you updates every month. But it'd be weekly inside my free community, but it'd be probably monthly on my YouTube, just to give you like a roundup of the month. And then I'll do obviously in the community as well. But in terms of weekly updates on how things are going for me on a weekly basis, I'm going to make it more exclusive for there. And in my stories as well, maybe. But yeah, I'm just really clear on who the people I want to reach are, and just making sure that these videos are for them and not swaying around to anything else, like I'm getting distracted. Even how to grow on TikTok was a distraction. Like that could be stuff later. Like that you maybe want that now, yeah, and maybe you will get that. But we need to identify the things that are the mindset things that are fucking you up before you even know about growing on TikTok. Because that's the thing that shifted for me, is that I've dealt with all the crap. Then there was room for clarity on how to deal with TikTok. And then I was able to just do TikTok and get these massive results so early, right? So mindset first, managing ADHD first, priority. Once you're there and yeah, do you know what? You've shifted your identity from, oh, fucking hell, man, I've got ADHD too. I got ADHD. Like that's what I want. Like I want that transformation from what you saw there to that, right? If that happens, I've done my job. Anyway, guys, take it easy. Peace.